Hey, what's up, everybody? It's just Charles the Bands, and welcome you guys to another episode of the Dreamers Pro Show, where we cover everything from sports, hot topics, classic debates, entertainment. We'll give you guys the first perspective on things and how we see them. And Draymond Green out here getting flamed up, bro. But before we get into it, please make sure you like the video and sub to the channel. So Draymond Green is the number one laughing stock in the NBA right now. There's no question about it. There's no doubt about it. Everybody's cracking jokes at Draymond Green. Why? Because Draymond decided to respond to some comments that Kenyon Martin made on Marcellus Wiley's show, where Marcellus essentially asked him, hey, who do you consider to be the enforcers, tough guys in the NBA? He was naming a bunch of people. He didn't mention Draymond Green. Then I think they brought this up again on Gil's Arena, and he essentially expanded on his thoughts. What he said was he believes that Draymond Green picks and chooses. Right? It's none of it is spur of the moment. A lot of it is calculated. It's premeditated. It's nothing like where you're in the middle of a game, something happens, somebody may hit you or whatever. Regardless of who that person is, you're going to react to that person immediately. He's saying that Draymond Green never does that. Right? We pulled up videos showing you situations where he could have went at Ron Artest, where he could have gone at Marcus. I can't remember that. Marcus, the Marcus brothers, right? Marcus Morris Sr., right? Him, we pulled up that video. Obviously, you got the video of him and Isaiah Stewart where he pulled him up, where he basically pulled him by his jersey like Scorpion from Mortal Kombat, like, come here, and Draymond ain't want nothing to do about that. So Draymond then decided to respond to what Kenyon Martin had to say. But instead of responding to him directly about the point in terms of him picking and choosing, he decided to turn it into this whole thing about, you know, who had a better career. And to me, that came off as Draymond essentially running from the argument. He was basically trying to hide behind his career accomplishments instead of addressing the point that that Kenyon Martin brought up. Kenyon Martin wasn't talking about careers. As a matter of fact, when he was first talking about Draymond, he gave him a lot of props and credit for his career. But Draymond, since he didn't want to respond directly to what Kenyon was saying, he then decided to hide behind his accolades and make it a conversation about accolades, essentially just changing the entire conversation. So I actually thought that we was done with that, right? I thought that we was done with that. Then a video dropped yesterday of Kenyon Martin absolutely deep frying Draymond Green, and it was going viral all over the internet. Everybody was talking about it. We even talked about it. I want to play a quick snippet of it, right? Of what we did yesterday. I want to play a quick snippet of it. I want you guys to listen to it quickly, just to some of the stuff that he said, and then I want to come back and continue on the show. Take a listen to Kenyon Martin here, flaming up Draymond Green.
You have taken it that I've been taking shots at you. Your words. Shots, not so much. Speaking facts. Getting paid to give my opinion now, so my opinion matters, and getting paid for it, so as well as yourself, so you can understand when something needs to be addressed. You always tend to address it. So, like I said, appreciate the acknowledgement, brother. You stated that I was an underachiever. And let's get into that first. Underachieving? Not so much, brother. If what I got into it for was different than most people, then, yeah, but what I got into it was to play 15 years. Check. Right? So, being drafted number 1, select few. Year 2, making it to the finals. Year 3, making it to the finals. Year 4, being an all-star. Being traded from that said team for three picks. Three first-round picks, sorry. Not 3 picks, 3 first-round picks. Changed conferences. Played in the toughest power forward area that could possibly be. Underachieving? Nah. Held my own? Yeah. 2 microfracture surgeries. The only athlete to come back from that. patella surgery, repair, knees, all of that. Ankle put back together. Still playing. Don't sit out of games. Can't tell me to sit out of games. I'm cut from a different cloth. You stated Kenyon was born and raised in Saginaw. Correction. Born in Saginaw. Oak Cliff made, brother. You talking about? So, cut from a different kind of cloth, man. I'm built different. And that word underachieving is thrown around too loosely, right? It really is. And from someone who came into this thing to a bad team, year 2, make it to the finals, led said team in scoring. Can you say that? Don't think so, brother. Come back, do it again. Came up a little short, much better team. Played the Lakers, came up short. You say I got the sniff? Yeah, I went a couple times. Lost to some really good teams. Nothing to be frowned upon. Year 2, year 3, 23-year-old young man making it to the finals, playing against a dynasty in the Lakers. Yeah, really good team. And you mentioned that I never defensive player of the years and all defensive teams and things of that nature. We all know those things are biased, brother. You know what I'm talking about? Very biased. But the guys that I had to guard, different. Night in, night out, different. But ask them, same people who I had to guard, what did I bring to the table? We're not talking accolades here. You did your thing, man. You're a 4-time champion. Congratulations. But we all know, people that know this game and watch this game and know what to look for in this. They know, bruh. People that know basketball know what this is, man. Like, there's no way to like around it. And if you don't know what I'm talking about, you don't even like double figures for your career. Like you can't, like that's your personal accolade. That's something that you're not doing or doing.
Cool. So you heard what he had to say. So as you guys know, when you watch something a lot, whether it's on Instagram or on YouTube or whatever, that thing keeps on being recommended to you, even if it's a recent video, old video. So a video popped up on my timeline yesterday, and it was from a video that was on a segment rather that was on Skip and Shannon's Undisputed, right, a number of years ago. And it says, the title, it says, Skip and Shannon react to Draymond Green saying he's the best defender to ever play. And then I remembered that clip because I'd seen it. And I went back to watch it. And let me tell y'all, man, Skip Bayless, especially Shannon Sharpe, though, they were roasting Draymond for his absolute delusion. And I said to myself, this thing has been going back a long time. So for those of y'all who probably never saw this clip or don't remember it, I want y'all to listen to Shannon Sharpe and Skip Bayless clown Draymond Green to the high heavens for one of his most ridiculous takes of all time. Take a listen to Skip Bayless and Shannon Sharpe roasting Draymond Green. Take a listen to this here.
Well, you gotta love the confidence. Shannon, does Draymond have a case?
Yeah, and he should be thrown in jail. They should put a case. They should have put a case on his butt for saying that out loud. Skip, Draymond Green is not a top 20 defender.
All time.
Yeah. And Skip, and the guy that I got in front of Draymond, I didn't put Mr. Russell, Bill Russell. I didn't put Havlicek. I didn't put Clyde Frazier because I didn't see them play.
You didn't put Bill Russell?
I didn't put it because I didn't see him play.
You got to just do it on reputation, on legend.
Skip,
go ahead.
Is he better than Hakeem Olajuwon, David Robinson, Dwight Howard, Dikembe Mutombo, Tim Duncan, and Ben Wallace?
No.
Okay, let's go forward. Dennis Rodman, Kawhi Leonard, Scottie Pippen, Kevin Garnett, Bobby Jones. He better than any of those.
I can't believe you put Bobby Jones in there.
I remember Bobby
thank
Jones.
you. All right.
Okay, let's go guards. If he better than Michael Jordan, Gary Payton, Kobe Bryant, Sidney Moncrief, Michael Cooper, Bruce Bowen, Alvin Robertson, or Tony Allen. So which one of those guys, Draymond Green, is better than? That's 19 guys.
You got 19 there?
That's 19.
Okay.
And I left off Mr. Russell. I left off Havlicek. I left off Clyde Frazier. And he says he's the greatest all time? But Draymond on Flocker. He ain't even smoking that good stuff out here. He on Flocker. He crazy.
Here's what I think is going on with Draymond. It's the same thing that infected Steve Kerr the other night. It's spoiled rotten syndrome, where you dominated for so long as a franchise. You were such a dynasty that all of a sudden, when you fell back to earth and there's no more KD and for now there's no Clay,
right,
and you're just another pretty good team,
yes,
and Draymond's just another pretty good player,
right,
you can't stand it anymore. Your pride is rubbed raw. Don't you remember me? Remember what I was?
Right.
Remember that series in 2016 when I got suspended? Everybody said I was the glue of the team and they missed me so dearly in Game 5 back in Oracle?
Right.
Okay? They did miss him.
Yes.
But does that make him top 20 all time? No. To your point, I think I can go to 25 pretty easily.
Well, see, you probably saw. I know you saw John Havlicek and Clyde Frazier play. I didn't, but they were better than he was.
I've seen a lot of Draymond Green. And there was a reason that he was the 5th pick in the second round, not in the first round, but in the second round. He's not an explosive athlete. He is highly skilled. And I think what he was trying to say in the clip we just saw, he does it with his mind even more than he does his body because he tries to be in the right place at the right time. Right. And I give him high marks for that. But as far as dominating a game defensively, again, you're not even in the same breath. Let's just start with this fact. He has won 1 Defensive Player of the Year, just 1. Okay, let's start with the fact that Dikembe and Ben Wallace won 4.
Right.
So right there, I don't. You put Dikembe in?
I put Dikembe in, yeah.
Okay, so that's 4. So no. Dwight Howard, all-time great, won 3 of these awards.
Consecutive.
Okay. Now let's go to 2-time winners. We got Hakeem that you put in. Did you put Kawhi in?
I put Kawhi in.
Thank you. Alonzo Mourning won 2 of these.
I forgot Mourning.
Okay. He won 2. Rudy Gobert has won 2. Sidney Moncrief won 2.
Yeah, I put him in there.
2.
Yes, with Milwaukee, I remember Sidney Moncrief.
Mark Eaton won 2 Defensive Players of the Year.
I didn't put him in there.
And Mark Eaton's like 7'4".
He was, yes.
So it's hard to argue with 7'4" because he just dominated. He just blocked everything you wanted to throw up in the lane. Okay, now we go back to your list, and let's start with the guy who took first exception, who is Tony Allen. I just want people to remember.
Fantastic. So you heard it there. The reason we're doing this is I want to prove a point to y'all, which is Draymond has been doing this for a very long time. For a very, very long time. So when you hear Kenyon Martin go up there and say, I can name 200 players that were better than you, but instead of doing that, I'm just going to name 50 players that I think were better than you at your position. It kind of plays into the delusion of Draymond, or the self-delusion, or whatever it is, however you want to characterize it, which seems to exist. Draymond at one point said he's the greatest defender of all time. The greatest. And Shannon and these guys were just going through a list of defenders that were better than him. And the people they were naming are better than Draymond as a defender. It's a fact. It's a fact. And they were just naming them. Dwight Howard. Like, come on. If you think the Draymond Green is the defender on the level of Dwight Howard, you're absolutely insane. Or Ben Wallace or Dikembe Mutombo or any of these. Like, you're just living in another universe, man. A totally different universe. Right? So I thought it was beautiful. But again, this plays into the delusion of Draymond. Draymond been doing this for a hot minute. A hot minute. So people have been the Draymond supporters have been now trying to push back on Kenyon Martin. What is Kenyon Martin achieve? But bro, listen. Kenyon in his video already explained to you what Draymond Green's production is, or was, or whatever it is, when Stephen Curry's out. He actually explained that Stephen Curry has a winning record when Draymond doesn't play. But Draymond Green has a below 500 record when Stephen Curry, he has a below 500 when Stephen Curry doesn't play with him. So he's saying that Draymond needs Steph and Clay and KD, but they don't need him. Not to say that he doesn't add anything to what they're doing in terms of their championship formula. No, he does add something. But in terms of them needing him, you could have got somebody else that was a great role player. Not taking anything away from Draymond, but I think Draymond talks like as if he's a top 10 player. He talks like as if he's one of the greatest players of all time. And that's just not the case. It's not the case at all. Draymond talks like he's LeBron James or Michael Jordan or somebody like this. He has that level of arrogance. And now what's happening is that he believes because he played on the Warriors and he got all those accolades, which he earned, that makes him better than players that never played on those caliber teams. For instance, I'll give you an example. Draymond Green has 4 NBA championships, right? 4 championships. Is he better than Kevin Garnett? No. Is Draymond Green a better player than Chris Bosh? No. But because he has all of those rings and he played with the Warriors, he would have you feel as such. He would have you feel as such. And Draymond cannot come at people and talk about, oh, you're disrespecting me, because he did it to Dak Prescott recently. He recently called Dak Prescott a bum. Let's not forget that. He called him a bum. I believe Dak Prescott is the highest paid player in the NFL. So you mean to tell me the highest paid football player is a bum in that league? Come on, like knock it off. So I just want to keep the jokes rolling. I want to keep it rolling because everybody is with Kenyon Martin on this. Son got fried, bro. He got fried. They rolling him around like a chicken on the rotisserie, like a steak. Like I don't know how you want to call it, man. He got in his ass, boy. He got in his ass. Shout out to Kenyon Martin because this needed to be said. Draymond had been running rampant, running his mouth for way too long, and somebody finally had to say something, and you heard him there. He thinks he's the greatest defender of all time. He thinks he's above Bill Russell. He's above Tim Duncan, Dwight Howard, Dikembe Mutombo, Michael Jordan, Scottie Pippen, Kawhi Leonard. He thinks he's better than all of those guys. This is how far the delusion has gone. And they had to prove it to him. These are my thoughts. And Draymond wanted to talk about accomplishment. Well, he's using his accomplishment. You make all second. Well, those guys that Shannon Sharpe and those guys mentioned, they have more defensive accomplishments than you. So I don't know how you plan on making your argument against them. Like Jordan has a defensive player of the year, made more defensive teams than you. Kobe made 12 defensive teams than you. Kawhi Leonard has, 2 defensive player of the year. Dwight Howard, I believe, has 4, if I'm not mistaken. Ben Wallace has 4. So there are other more accomplished guys on the defensive end. But for you to say you're the greatest defender ever, what's next? You're going to say you're the greatest power forward of all? Like, what's next, bro? What's next? These are my thoughts. Whatever you guys think, please leave your thoughts and comments in the comment section. We catch you on the next show. I'm out.